Alright guys, creating a flyer on Canva. The first thing you want to do is go to canva.com obviously, and then you either have a pro or a free account, neither or is fine. You're going to click create a design, and then you're just simply going to type in flyer. They have different options, but the most common one is 8.5 by 11, so let's go with that. Once you click on that, your flyer will open and things will start to load, and this is the space that you're going to use to create your design or whatever type of flyer you're trying to make. I think in this video we're going to do more like a food or restaurant type of design. So as you guys can see, this is the one that I created, and we're going to try to somewhat duplicate this. It might not be exactly the same, but this is going to be our reference. I'm going to show you guys how to make this, and we're going to go through step by step. So we're going to add page, and I like to start on a blank canvas, so just a plain white sheet. And first thing I like to do is design the background. So what is your background going to look like? So first thing we're going to do is go to elements, and then I like to type in patterns. This is where you'll kind of find different things to work with when you're creating your design. So I go to the search bar at the top, and I like to type in patterns. And then you have all these great options. You can click see all. They have different options you choose from. So click see all, and then you can kind of look at photos, or you can look at graphics. Either or is fine. I like to look at graphics when I'm designing. So we're going to go with this one. I'm going to scale it up, and then I'm just going to move it to the side because I don't want it to cover the whole thing. We just want it to have like a light accent effect. So I'm just going to put it right there. I think that's good. And then next we're going to kind of move to our elements, and we're going to look for a food, right? Because this is a food flyer. So you can go in elements, you can search up food or Japanese food. In this case, we're going to go with Japanese food. And when it comes to foods, instead of graphics, I like to use the photos because graphics are more cartoony. So I like to click a photo and then kind of go that route. You can use a pro one if you have a pro account, but if you don't, they have free options as well. So we'll go with the free one for the sake of this video. So now I'm just going to click on it. Once you click on it, it pops up onto your flyer, and then you can just kind of scale it to what you want. I like to make it a little bit bigger, give it a, more, I don't know, I feel like it gives it a more professional look when you make it bigger and cut some of it off sometimes. Just giving it different elements. So we're going to go to elements, and then we're going to click on shapes. I like shapes. So the first shape we're going to do is a circle. And you can click see all if you want to see all the different shapes that you can choose from. And then I'm just going to scale that and then position it in the right place. And then after I scale it and get it exactly where I want, I'm going to add the text to it. I just kind of have to make it look somewhat decent. This is going to be a quick tutorial, but it's still going to be pretty good. So you can go to text, and then you can go ahead and add a text box, or you can click a text that's already there. I'm going to use one that's already there. And I'm just going to put in the discount number, and you can change it, change the color at the top. As you can see where the A is, you can just click there and you can change the color. And then you can either add more text or you can copy and paste. So let's delete that, and let's say I copy this one and then I paste it because I want the same style and the same font. I can do that, and then I'm just going to change this to off, and now you have your 25% off section. This will be more like a promotional flyer since you're trying to get them. If they have the flyer, maybe you can even put a code on it. I'm not going to put a code on it, but maybe you can do that and just kind of make it like a promotional flyer. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to add more text. I want to add something to the top. So in this case, I use the add text box. And I'm just going to type the name. I'm just going to go with Tahoe Eats because that's what I did in the last one. And then once you get the name spelled out, you can scale it up by clicking that circle and just dragging it. And then I'm just going to move it to the top. I don't like this font, so I'm going to change the font. My rule is always pick 3 fonts, but don't go past 3. Like once you go past 3, you're kind of doing too much. So let's go. I already have a font that I want to use, but here are the different options. We're going to go with like a scripted type of font. So the one that I'm going to use is already scripted, and I just like the way it looks. So we're going to go with that. And then after I position that and that looks good, we're going to move on and make another text box. And in this one, this will be my third font. So I'm going to say maybe finest dining or exclusive dining, something that just sounds good. And I kind of like the text they use, but you can choose different options. There's so many different options based off of what your style is or what you like, but I like the one that they kind of gave me, so we're gonna go with that one. So that's my third font. And see, if I chose this one, it would be too big. So I'm gonna go with the one that they suggested. And then I can just change the color by clicking on it, going to that A, and then clicking either one of the options they give me, or I can click the plus sign and click the pen, and then I can just kind of match it to the actual food that's on the flyer, which I like to do. And then I'm just going to add some more text, copy, paste. I'm going to drag this down, and I'm just going to write something that just makes it sound like something that people would be interested in once they read the flyer. Come enjoy the finest Japanese dining experience. And then with this, you can kind of align it to whatever side you want. So you can highlight it, and then you can align it either to the left, or you can align it to the right, or you could do the middle, or you can just do, I want to do left, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to kind of play around and just kind of make sure everything fits. I might have to scale this plate of food down a little bit just so it has space. I don't want things to seem too crowded on this flyer. You never want to seem like you have way too much on your flyer. You know, you just kind of want to make it just right. So I think that's good. That works. Then I'm going to go to effects. And then you can get different graphics outside of Canva, but I already have graphics in here, but I'm just going to show you how. So I like to use clean PNG sometimes to get some free graphics. And this is where you can just type it in. I already downloaded it, but I just wanted to show you guys. So if you really wanted to get like some more graphics, you can just type in anything. I could type in Japanese, because I'm assuming that was Japanese food, but we're gonna go with that theme. And then it will just give you different graphics that you can download. And for example, you can do sushi and all those things. We're gonna do the flag, right? So then I'll click free download. Once I click the free download, it would do the 3, 2, 1 thing, and then it would download. Once it's downloaded, I can just go back to Canva, click upload files. So I'm gonna double click it. It's in there. Once I click on it, it'll pop up on the flyer, but we're not gonna use that. I just wanted to show you guys the process of that. So I'm just gonna use the one that I already have uploaded, and I'm going to put that on my flyer. Okay, there it is. And I'm just gonna click it, put it on the flyer, drag it down, scale it down a little bit, and then kind of make everything work. Move this up a little bit. Alright, now the last thing is we can kind of change the background if we don't like it. So I'm feeling like I'm going to go to elements, and I'm just going to type in green background, because the white background is kind of basic to me. So you can go to photos. I prefer to use photos when I'm getting backgrounds, and click see all. Once I do that, I like this one at the top, but if you click it, it's just going to pop up, and then you're going to have to scale it and go through all that headache. So don't do that. Just grab it and hover it over your flyer until you see that, and then once you do this, go to positions, and then you can kind of just put it towards the back, or you can bring it forward if you want, but you can put it all the way back. It's up to you. For me, I want to see the word, so I'm going to put it all the way back. And I just kind of don't like how this looks, so I'm going to change this to a different color so it shows a little bit better. And so yeah, there is the flyer. I have, you know, the option if I want to add, you know, this, because I like to add the address, so I'm just making this one up. So I like to add like a little address at the bottom. You know, you got what the food is, you got an example of the food on there, you got the discount on there, you have the name of the place, and then you just put the address down there, and you're good to go. There you go. And like I said, if you want to put like other stuff on it, like graphics or a discount code or this or that, you're free to do that. And then of course you can change the font, you can make it bigger, smaller, change the text. It's kind of up to you. And there you go. Yeah, so let me know if you guys want more of this. I can make more tutorials of different projects that I've done and have and will do. So just let me know, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.